Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by PrizePicks. Sign up for PrizePicks today with the promo code Leading Off. It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia. That, of course, is the man, Chris Welsh. Happy May the 4th to those who celebrate. I'm wearing my Mandalorian shirt, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of Star Wars puns in the show today. I think it was last year I wore the Darth Vader mask. It was one of the years I did that, but the audio gets a little garbly when I do that, so we're not.
I thought that would be fun. I thought that would be fun if we had like some Mandalorian masks. You know, this is the way.
Well,
like
you want to do different shtick every year. You don't want to do the same stuff. Then then it gets old and haggard. Are you a Star Wars guy, Welsh? Just out of
curiosity. Yeah, I was asked this yesterday. I like Star Wars. I watch the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I watch them. Our mutual friend Scott Bogman is a crazy person about Star Wars, likes to write fan fiction, dress up as them, go to Comic-Cons, all that type of stuff. He thinks he is a Jedi, all those type of things. Not me, but I have to ask you something because I have a gut feeling about this. I feel like you do a mean Yoda. I just look at you and I'm like, that's someone that has practiced the Yoda and can do it. So please honor us with your Yoda, because I know
perhaps at some point in the show. We'll see. I don't want to do it at the top. Then if it's bad, then we lose everybody. What's funny with me? The Star Wars was something that I was a fanatic as a kid. Greatest Christmas present I ever got was the Ewok Village by far. Had all the figures, all this. I still have the Darth Vader case to hold the figures. I've still got that bad boy. That's still in the old closet there. But it's funny. I was so excited for the reboots, and I was disappointed in them.
Oh, you can have a hot take? You didn't like the new movies? Hot take here?
Well, look, I was a midnight show for the prequels, and I left going, it was good, right? Right? It was good, right? Because we've been waiting all this time for Star Wars, and they've got all this technology now to make it even better, and it was good, right? And it was not good. And the prequels were terrible. The second prequel is, oh my God, one of the worst movies ever. Hilariously bad, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. But I did love Rogue One. That was like the savior of the Star Wars movies for me. So I have soured over the years on Star Wars. I've become much more of a Marvel guy in my old age. But, I did watch the first, I think, 2 seasons of Mandalorian. I have not watched the new one. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah, I love, this one's gotten a little bad. My hot take was probably that I feel that the Mandalorian, and this is because I'm not like a Star Wars like crazy person, probably the best stuff out of Star Wars. It's like my favorite. It is built off of nostalgia. This last season has got kind of bad. You also have to be into like the cartoons. What is it, like Rebels and
the Clone Wars and all that stuff.
Like those
are excellent.
And those are heavily rooted in what's going on. But I feel like the Mandalorian stuff is the best of the Star Wars stuff, which also I think ties into Rogue One. So I dig that.
Lost you, or if it was me, I don't know. One of us got dropped.
That was you, yeah. I don't. I think it was you, but yeah.
Oh,
who knows?
One of us got dropped, but we're back now. But here, I will say this: the best thing about Rogue One is that it's going to end poorly, and you still care about it. Like that's great. Like you kind of know where it's all going, and it really delivers. And I kind of like the down ending stuff sometimes. Like I don't know. I'm not all the Hollywood swoopy ending.
I got a down inning for you in baseball. Got a down inning for you from yesterday. This is the Rogue One of leading off was yesterday. Watching.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Brandon Pfaadt. He gets the Marlins next time out, so maybe that's better. But against the Rangers, it was not a good day for him. Any mistake he made got clobbered. Homer, 2 doubles, knocked him out there. So it wasn't the best debut. But look, these guys are young pitchers, they're kids. The catchers don't always know their pitch mix necessarily of what they want to throw when. And sometimes, guys get a little, first start, they get a little jittery, all these things. I wouldn't take too much out of it, but it was not a great debut by any stretch of the means for everybody who was so excited yesterday. It was a bit of a letdown. So how'd the stream go? How'd the Pfaadt stream go?
Not good. As probably as good as you could think towards the end, where Brandon Pfaadt got lit up. Yeah, if you watched him perform, his fastball was pretty mediocre. His slider, it's this huge, big sweeping slider. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal pitch. The problem is he had no changeup in this game. So what happened was his changeup was getting smacked. It had like a 106 average EV against. So he stopped throwing it when he didn't throw his slider early on, and he became a 2-pitch pitcher because he won't throw his curveball. That slider, he just didn't trust enough, and they weren't. This is the stat. I've been kind of mentioning this everywhere. 23 swings on his fastball, only 1 whiff. But check this out. That was like a 4% swing and miss rate. 14 called strikes, I believe it was, on his fastball, which gave his fastball a 28% CSW. But why am I saying all this? Those guys didn't even care when the fastball was coming in the zone because they weren't looking for it. 14 called strikes on the fastball is just him pumping in because they're looking for the slider. They're looking for the changeup, which he was leaving in the zone. So his command was bad. He gave up 10 batted balls over 100 miles per hour in that game, which is horrific. It was as bad can be. Plenty of people let me know about it on Twitter. He has a fantastic matchup next week, which I'm actually pretty encouraged about, that we're going to get to see like the real version of it. The second best offense in baseball. And the third time through the order, he got lit. It was terrific. He gave up a bunch of homers, 2 hard hit. I'm going to be excited to see how he bounces back. But I think it's fair to say, like, after that performance, if you want to be on the side of these other guys, the Bryce Millers, the Mason Millers, I think it's fine because I do have general worries about like what he's going to look like moving forward because that fastball just wasn't elite. And that's something that like Bryce Miller was, and that's what Mason Miller was. So it is a worry.
Good point.
Why I had to change the sign.
Yeah. By the way, General Pfaadt does sound like a Star Wars character, does it not?
Oh, 100%. General Pfaadt. One that dies early in the movie, though.
Oh, he's definitely one of the guys in Empire that absolutely Darth Vader murdered at some point. He went through like 3 generals. It's hard to find good help. Shohei Ohtani matched a career high 13 strikeouts, 5 innings. Not too bad. It's hard to strike out 13 guys in 5 innings. That's not something you see every day. Max Muncy continues to rub my face in the poop. Again, game-winning grand slam in the 9th inning on Wednesday. That's it. Max Muncy, the greatest hitter that ever lived in baseball.
You know, one thing on the Ohtani thing real quick. So you just mentioned it. I did like a live stream for the Brandon Pfaadt start. Stupid idea. Our friend.
I don't think it was. I think it was a great idea. And
it probably was enjoyable.
Don't confuse entertainment value with, good or bad results of things. It's about the entertainment value.
Very true. Very true. Liked or disliked, as long as you're being thought of. Our guy Tone, Delgadillo, who's in the chat, he comes in and he gets in the chat and he goes, "Hey, what's the ladder bet for today?" And famously now the Jacob deGrom was a disaster. And I go, "Man, I don't have any ladder bet going on. I suck at that. Why would you listen to me?" But if I was ladder betting someone today, it would be Shohei Ohtani, because look at this matchup and it's only at 6.5. And had you bet, he struck out so many that the books wouldn't have had the total that he finished. They wouldn't have gone up to 13. It would have probably gone up to probably 11. So I hope he took it. And what a phenomenal ladder bet that would have been had you had taken Shohei Ohtani yesterday.
Sure would have been. Absolutely. Continuing on here, Bryce Harper apparently just needs 1 game to get ready for the season, because yesterday was a much different result. 3 for 3 with a pair of walks. Doubles in this game, and Bryce Harper is back, I guess. So just 1 day is all he needed. Shake the dust off, and now he's fine. Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol said Wednesday that they're considering skipping Steven Matz's turn in the rotation or even moving him to the bullpen. Is it Liberatore time? Please say yes. Please say yes.
I think it could be a Liberatore time.
Oh,
I think you can take your Liberatore. And be aware there are side effects like home runs and blown up ERAs.
I feel like I should be jogging or doing something like, I don't like, while you're talking about like the side effects of what it could be, like I'll pretend to play the harmonica and like
if you take Liberatore, your side effects could be heartburn, inflated ERA, strikeouts that don't match up, and angry Twitter people all around. Beware, but take your Liberatore today.
And there's me in the other box, just living my next best life that I possibly can, and doing all these things while you don't know what's going on when you add him. So that's my favorite part of those commercials. Whenever they're doing something completely off base and just, they were like, "You're like, what are you doing? What is going on?"
Like side effects. You could die, and someone's like fishing, and they're just
they're like fishing out there with their grandson, and then he dies right there on the boat, and then the grandson's in the middle of the water. He has no idea how to get back. Now that's a commercial. That's
it'd be great. There should actually be one of those, and it's just like Star Wars characters fighting in the background, like side effects, and they're just like, like it's that scene in Rogue One where Darth Vader is walking down, just destroying people in the hallway, and it's like your side effects might be.
That's very good. But yes, let's hope that it's Matthew Liberatore season. Please, for the love of God, can we get this guy in the rotation? Yesterday, people got mad at us because we did not mention Gavin Stone. And there was a reason, because Welsh doesn't think he is worthy of mentioning. And I'm sorry we missed the questions in the chat yesterday. There were a couple Gavin Stone questions, but he gave up 4 earned runs, 5 total in his major league debut against the Phillies. But you're not a Gavin Stone guy. But let's talk about, for those people who we missed yesterday, apologies. We do our best, but we missed the Gavin Stone chatter. So let's talk about
I definitely
now, whatever you got to say.
I don't think he's not worthy. I just, to your point, like, I didn't think about him because we were so focused on Brandon Pfaadt. Had he been alone, we would have talked about him. Also, to your point, I'm not like as big of a Gavin Stone guy as everybody
Gavin
else
Stone guy.
is.
You said something yesterday I can't repeat on air about Gavin Stone, so I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, you're sort of. I am just not. That's not my thing. He was primary changeup for majority of the game. Then he had to go to fastball. Like Brandon Pfaadt, he just wasn't great. His fastball stunk. He had 16 swings on it, 1 whiff. He had 7 called strikes, 23% CSW, no swinging strike rate. His changeup is where he lives, though. He's not a 2-pitch pitcher, but 88% was a fastball or changeup. He threw the changeup 43% of the time. He had a 12% strike rate on the changeup. So that's not going to work. He got it in the zone, unlike Brandon Pfaadt could do, but he was just getting smacked. And this is one of those things where it's like, if they don't fear that big plus pitch, which he does have, a changeup, it's a plus pitch. If they don't fear that, they're just going to sit and wait on the fastball. And that's kind of what happened in this situation. So look, I don't know if he sticks around.
Young pitchers, most young pitchers don't have great fastball location skills. And to the point is, that Tom Seaver always talked about, one of those things. It's, it's velocity, it's location, it's movement. Those are the 3 things that matter most in pitching. And if you can master those 3, it's funny because, like, and he didn't mean velocity like trying to throw it through a barn door. He meant in changing velocity. And I remember as a kid watching a thing, I'll never forget it, watching Tom Seaver break down pitching. And it was so fascinating to listen to him talk about it. And he's talking about moving the hitter's eye, getting him, you throw him up and then you throw it down. And it's very difficult to pick up pitches when you can move around the zone with good location skills. And it's something that's a lost art form nowadays. And it's when you see it in young pitchers and when you see that ability, that's what gets me excited about young pitchers. And it's something Sandy Alcantara's shown the last 2 years, which is why he's been so dominant.
You're right. And that is actually something that that Brandon Pfaadt attempts to do. He likes to live high in the zone. He likes to change your eye level up on the fastball. And he throws this slider all over that screws with everybody and changes. But that's also why he's like fly ball prone and gives up homers. But you've got to change the batter's eye. The other thing with Gavin Stone after this, they had said, Dave River had said before that they're going to take it like case by case, but there's other guys that are pushing. They've got Bobby Miller, who just got his first start back, was really good in his first start. And they've got a completely underrated pitcher in their system, Emmett Sheehan, who I believe might be the K percentage leader in the minor leagues right now. He played in the AFL. He's in AA, and that's a guy that I could see them pushing. So with Gavin Stone, I just don't know that they're going to wait around and let this work, especially with how that performance went. They might. You don't want to just give up on young guys, but unlike what the Diamondbacks are dealing with, that the Dodgers have 2 guys that are right close there that I think Bobby Miller and Emmett Sheehan could get some opportunities here pretty soon.
There you go. What other shows talking about Emmett Sheehan today? None. I can tell you that. One other quick note too, the A's, who continue to just throw things at a wall and see what sticks. JJ Bleday is going to get promoted. 25-year-old former 4th overall selection from the 2019 draft. 316 batting average, 429 OBP, 643 slugging, 7 homers in the steal already for JJ Bleday. Look, I know I was kind of in the minority when he got drafted. I liked JJ Bleday. I didn't think he was going to be a superstar major leaguer, but I thought he could be a pretty good major leaguer, and I thought it was a decent pick at the time. A lot of people didn't like it, but so far, it's been a really good start for him. Again, 25 years old. This is the theme of 2023, the prospect redemption theme. It was my theme of the waiver wire pickup video that just dropped today too. But Welsh, what are your thoughts on Bleday? I mean, if you need some outfield help, would you stream this guy?
I'm pretty indifferent about him. This isn't somewhere I would like to. I mean, I love to see the changes. I like to see the walk rate. I like the contact. He can really strike it hard, except he's just really inconsistent. But you see Brent Rooker out there doing it. In deep leagues, he's a speculative one. Let me throw this name out. He's not an outfielder. We don't have him on the list because it hasn't broke or anything. But I was talking about him yesterday, Christian Encarnacion Strand. If you heard me talk preseason, I thought he could break camp. He has been on the verge, and he posted on his Instagram a picture of him in a Reds uniform, kind of being like coy about everything, he might be on his way up. If not, I really believe he's within the next week. That is a guy I would go pick up right now, hitting over 400, hit 4 homers in 9 games at AAA. He's absurd, and I think he belongs in that lineup, and I think he'll crush when he does. So I would go pick him up. Doesn't help you in the outfield, but he might be getting a call up, very, very shortly, especially based off of his last post.
There you go. To get back to the peanuts and the Cracker Jacks, JP wanted to know, since I like down endings, do I like Infinity War? Yes, I do. I love Infinity War. It's one of my favorites of all of the Marvel films.
You're going to go see Guardians immediately?
We have our tickets already. Saturday morning is the only time we can go see it. Because
it's like today.
Friday night.
Like I could go see it today. I can't go see it today.
I can't go see it today either because it's Thursday. It's school night. It's hard. And Friday we have football, and Sunday we have football in the afternoon. So basically just wrecks any chance we have. So we're going to do the rare morning movie.
So avoid your phone.
To go to IHOP, and I'll be able to do that between work and football, coaching, and all the stuff I do. So Saturday morning, it's IHOP. Let's get pancakes and Guardians. I think that's a good way to start the day. What do you think?
I like it. Yeah, I'm
here
for
load
it.
Up on. There you go. And Casey's telling me a lot of people are saying to watch Andor, which I've heard other people say it's
great show
as well.
Yeah,
I've not heard one bad word about the Andor.
Starts a little slow, but it is a really, really great series.
Okay. All right. So I'm finishing Breaking Bad. I've only got like 6 episodes left to Breaking Bad.
Man, I wish.
Mike just died. Spoiler for anybody. But again, it's like 10 years old. So you should have seen it. Not like me who missed it. But I did start watching Succession, which I've heard about, which is great.
It is
great. The first 4 episodes of that show, I hate everyone in it, and I can't.
And you know what? The last 4 episodes you watch, you'll hate everyone in it, and that's what's so great about.
That's what I love. I love.
You'll
never everybody in it all equally. And I know of a rich family that I'm semi-related to, that I've spent a lot of time with in my life, that is very similar to this family in many ways. So it's so cringy and difficult for me to watch, but I love it anyway. So it's fantastic. All right, let's get to the injuries, which are not always fantastic. Julio Rodriguez returned to the Mariners lineup Wednesday. That's great. Carlos Rodon, however, another test on the back, Welsh. It is now the 4th of May. He is 30 years old. He's had 2 CAT scans and a partridge in a pear tree. Everything keeps coming back clean, but he can't pitch. What the hell are we going to do with Carlos Rodon?
I think we're going to have a very clear picture soon, and I don't think it's going to be good.
I don't either. I got a bad, in the words of Han Solo, I got a bad feeling about this. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Same
one.
Here. Samezies.
One. Oswald Peraza is going to go under x-rays after rolling his ankle on Wednesday. So that could be dangerous. Could be a high ankle. We don't know what's going on. Zach Neto, right finger contusion. He'll probably be out. Michael Harris came out of the game. He just came back, but he jammed his knee. So we'll see if he's in the lineup or not in the next few days. Kyle Wright was removed from Wednesday's start against the Marlins. Right shoulder soreness. This is not good, Welsh, either. The only person this is good for is Bryce Elder, who I've got a lot of shares of, which I'm kind of, again, I don't want bad things to happen to good people. But if it's going to happen to a Braves pitcher, okay, well, at least I've got all these Bryce Elder shares. And I was getting a little sketch about, well, Soroka, I know he got lit up, but he's kind of trying to come back. And like, where is he going to fit in the rotation? I don't know. This would be a huge blow, though, to any financial shares that you have in the Braves. What are your thoughts on this Kyle Wright situation we've got?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of been the guy I pick on him when he starts. I take the under on K's because it just doesn't work, and they keep putting those numbers out there. But they got guys. They got Dylan Dodd. They've got Elder. Soroka, I think, is going to get an opportunity soon. I don't know if it's bad. I mean, he had 21 wins last year. So on paper, that looks bad relative to what is taken away, but there was major regression in play. I actually don't think this is the worst news for the Braves. It's just going to be about settling in and finding the next guy. And the next guy might be Elder. I think it could be Soroka once he gets set back into the rotation.
Yeah. We'll continue to keep a monitor on that. Pete Fairbanks also on the 15-day IL. So
go get Jason Adam.
Let's talk about him. Why?
He's the next line in closer. I mean, Jason Adam was with Team USA when he was during the WBC. Really good
think that's the route they're going to go?
It's the Rays. The Rays could go with a committee of different guys. They could switch it up. Adam could play a fire hose situation, but he's the next guy in line. I picked him up in a league. That was where I put I had a daily fab league and I dropped a bunch of money because I also think he's a really, really great pitcher. And if he's put in that situation, if Fairbanks this is an extended time, he's going to get saves. Guess what? Also, best team in baseball. Get a closer on the best team in baseball. Even if it's 2 weeks, you might get 4 or 5 saves in that time.
Good point.
That's a guy I would go pick up as Jason Adam. But you know that it's the Rays. They could do anything.
So Estevez has a clear path now because Jose Quijada is going to go undergo Tommy John surgery, which we thought would be the case. Robbie Ray underwent his Tommy John, so that means that he won't be back until maybe the All-Star break next year. You're thinking perhaps Jacob
Maybe.
deGrom is scheduled to play catch this week. I'm also scheduled to play catch later this afternoon when my youngest daughter comes home. But with
Don't
football,
they say
so
what's that? The people say you want to play a catch. Don't they put a in front of it? You want to play like
I don't
you want
know.
to
No,
play a catch.
do you want to have a catch or do you
Have a
want to play
catch.
catch?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just like
I think either are acceptable. I
want
don't
to
think
play catch. I feel like there's people that put like us in. Want to
Let
play
us
a
know.
catch?
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. What do you say? Do you want to have a catch? Do you want to play catch? I'm curious. If Mike Mayer came to work, we could have a poll up for this, but I don't know. He's in baby mode or something. The Mayor Bear is unavailable.
Is
I
he
guess today. I don't
designing
know
the
if
Death
Wonky.
Star? Does he have the
Oh
Death
my god.
Star?
Oh my god.
Like, like what's
Oh my god.
happened
Oh my
to
god. Oh
him?
my god. This could be what happened. This is what happened. He is General Pfaadt, or he's taken over for General Pfaadt. So Mike Mayer was next up. He's next man up.
I think that's what's happening. I think
He's
he's got
definitely in the
plans.
Empire. There's no way that Mike Mayer's
Oh
not in
my
the Empire. I
God,
mean, I think we all know
100%.
that. Here's a fun one. Josh Young, one of our favorite players going into this year. I'm pretty sure he was on one of my must-have videos or one of the videos I did earlier in the year, which is I love the value. Like, just go get Josh Young. And you know what? Josh Young, AL Rookie of the Month. And he went 3 for 5 with a pair of homers. So he's one of our ups, obviously, from yesterday. Christian Walker, also an up. 2 home runs for him yesterday. Shane McClanahan had 9 Ks, 6 innings, got the W, 1 earned run. Not so good yesterday on the downside. So again, just like the Force, there's a good and the bad. So the Max Scherzer was started the game for the first time in a while, and he went 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 6 earned runs. So there you go. Good times, Max Scherzer. Boy, those Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom. I'm trying to think of Justin Verlander. All those old fart pitchers that we were warning everybody about the ADP of those guys. You got Ungats from these guys pretty much this year.
I'm worried about Scherzer. I'm legit worried about
term too, by the way.
I'm legit worried about Scherzer right now. Like
you should be.
There's a correlation obviously to not using the rosin and stuff, and his spin numbers were down and velo is that. It might be nothing, and guys can adjust. We saw like Garrett Cole figure it out once he had to stop using stuff, but like legit, I'm worried about him.
Yeah. The by the way, the have a catch or play catch has gone rogue. There's 2 in the chat. So you guys are dirty. You're dirty, bad people, and that's why we love you. That's why you come here for Fantasy Bros MLB, because we talk baseball and we have fun, and baseball can be fun. Braxton Garrett was not fun. 14 hits, 11 earned runs, 4 home runs, 4.
Yeah, Pfaadt did that too.
And you know what? Also very upsetting. Josh Naylor, 0 for 4, 3 Ks. Boo! I had Josh Naylor investments. Everybody knows yesterday I was on that. So now I have to redeem myself, Welsh. And the best way to start that, so I got 2 of my 3 prize picks. Josh Naylor, of course, did not nail it, unfortunately. But we want you all to go make some prize picks. Head over to prizepicks.com or just download the app and use that promo code leading off to get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that promo code leading off only at PrizePicks. Welsh, pick your prize.
Guess what? Yesterday sucked for me in so many ways and so many things. But you know what didn't suck? My prize pick, because it smacked yesterday.
Yeah,
so if you took it, you won the monies because I smacked all legs of it. Louis Varland K's, Ohtani K, and Juan Soto score. He walked 3 times and then had 3 RBI. That smacked. So try to go for 2 straight today. I'm going with Grayson Rodriguez strikeouts, 5.5 over. I love that number up against the Royals. I think he can hit it pretty easy, maybe in the 3rd. Austin Riley, hits, runs, RBI, 1.5. I'm going with the over, and pair it with Randy Arozarena fantasy score at 8. Those are my 3 plays. It is 20 to pay 100, and maybe you can even take pieces of mine and Joe's if you want to make a big old 5 lay and get huge odds. You can do that, but I got 3 plays. Joe, what do you got?
First, I got a question from Jay Jackson, which I think we should address, because Jay wants to know, Welsh told me to get Nootbaar when I drafted. Nootbaar's been blah. Do I drop him essentially for anything? I am not a Nootbaar guy. Welsh, where are your standards right now when it comes to the Nootbaar?
I mean, no, you don't drop him for anything. But if there's something out there, sure, you can move on. This is what happened. I'll tell you this. The entire Cardinals offense has sucked. Arenado is a big question for a lot of people. Most of these guys have underperformed. I think there's a team element to it. But yeah, Nootbaar hasn't been great. So if there's like good, exciting. If there were those young pitchers and you want to go on the pitching side, you could do that. If it's in a shorter league, in a 10-team league, I think Nootbaar is easily movable. In deeper bench 12-team leagues, I'm holding on a little bit more. I know it stinks right now. He has been kind of meh, but they are going to figure out what this team is going to look like soon, because they got Jordan Walker to figure out. They've got the Tyler O'Neill situation. And then someone just said, would you drop Nootbaar for Taylor Ward? Yeah, I think that's kind of
that. And I hate Taylor
neutral,
Ward.
Sure.
So if I'm saying it, then definitely yes. By the way, what do you think of this new StreamYard format? It's happened this week where we could bring up, obviously we always bring up the comments here that we think are interesting or the questions, but it's different now. Do you like this new format?
I like it. You mean like the black bar?
Yeah, the black bar. It's very,
I think it looks clean.
It's very dark side of the force. That's 3. Continuing on here with my prize picks, Griffin Canning, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. That's too low of a number. Let's go the over. Dansby Swanson against Patrick Corbin. Wherever I see Patrick Corbin, that's where I'm putting investments. 8.5 fantasy hitter score. I'm going over. And Bo Bichette against Bello today. 8 hitter fantasy score, going over there too. We want you to join us at bettingpros.com/leading off and join our betting group there. Make your picks. Yesterday, again, not as good because the Cleveland Guardians let me down a little bit, but today's a good day. So today, here's a fun one for you. This is a huge, crazy parlay you can put a little bit of money on, just a little bit.
Wild and crazy guy here. Let's go.
Wild and crazy guy. You know me, I'm not the parlay guy, but every now and then, once a week, I see something where I'm like, yep, that's good, that's good, that's good. Let's put them all together. Now, I bet them all separately too, but for a little bit of extra, if you get everything right and you have a great day, it could be a great day. If you put the Tigers on the money line to upset Justin Verlander, who I don't think is going to pitch very long in this game, and Eduardo Rodriguez is on the other side, you're getting plus 152 on the Tigers today. So I love that just as an upset play. The Mets have not played well, by the way. The Angels with Griffin Canning on the mound, plus 122, also underdogs. Minnesota is favorites at minus 132 with Pablo Lopez on the mound. And then Seattle, Kirby against the A's at minus 255. Heavy favorites there. That's okay. So I've got 2 dogs, 2 favorites. If you put these together, you get plus 1268. Just saying. This is a fun, big, like 12 to 1 shot. Throw $10 on this. It's gonna be a very nice day for you. That pays a cell phone bill, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it does. Also, same game parlay with an extra. Verlander under 6.5 Ks. That's too high of a number. I just don't think he's going to go more than 75 pitches today, Welsh. I just don't. Eduardo Rodriguez, 4.5, too small of a number. Over. Griffin Canning, over 4.5. If you put these 3 together, you get 5 to 1 odds. So just saying, wherever you can do that. Vlad Guerrero, 0.5 RBI. Over on Betting Pros, you're getting plus 130 on that number. Mike Trout, total bases, 1.5. He had a homer last night. Big home run for them. Won them the game, plus 120 you're getting on that number. So I like a lot of things. Even Gossman, 5.5 Ks in the over. I like that number. Even though it's minus 160, it's a lot of juice. You can put it with something else. Maybe put that in the same game with the Toronto Blue Jays to beat the Red Sox. Welsh, what do you have on the betting front today?
Of yours, by the way, I think I love that strikeout parlay of Verlander under, Eduardo, and Griffin Canning over, because I like that Griffin Canning.
They're just low. 4.5 is just low. Like, that's not hard to get to.
I like that. I like that a lot. I've only got 2 lock plays for you. I've been saying, and it's going to go one way or the other, but like I've been really hot with my team total runs through 5, and you guys can only hear it here because I just don't have it set up on the Betting Pro side. So, continue listening here if you want to play those. Hit it yesterday, just barely 2, but we got the 2.5 from Toronto. Today, I'm going with one more. Tampa Bay team total runs 2.5 over through 5. I really like that play. That's going to be my lock play. And my favorite strikeout play of the day is Grayson Rodriguez at 5.5. So those 2 are my favorite.
Wonky on it as always. Trout not in the lineup today, unfortunately. Everything's a day game today. So thanks, Wonky, for following up on that. Obviously, that just came out recently. So way to go, Wonk. That's why we hired her full time, because she's so good. She's so good.
She is good.
She keeps us honest. She keeps us right on track all the time. You know what else is so good? So Rare. SoRare.com. Go check that out. Actually, even better than that, visit FantasyPros.com/collect. Again, FantasyPros.com/collect and start playing So Rare. Again, it's a free-to-play fantasy baseball game where you get to have the player cards. You have them. They're yours. You scout, you buy, you sell, you compete every single week. It's a fun hybrid of card collecting, digital cards, fantasy baseball. And if you love baseball, go check it out. Again, So Rare MLB, the next era is yours. DFS today, Welsh, obviously, it's day games, it's not my favorite, but I'm looking for Oppo plays today. So if I'm invested already, I'll invest in Griffin Canning at 8K, Eduardo Rodriguez at 8.7. Pablo's a 10.7 guy that I like in terms of the high end starting pitchers if you want to go, bigger end cash game kind of guys. But otherwise, I love Eduardo and Canning today. Those are the two that I want to get. Seattle, Toronto, Baltimore, those are the stacks. Dalton Varsho's 2.7, Teoscar's 2.8, Gunnar is 2.5. Ryan Mountcastle is my home run call of the day.
Oh,
that's right. I said, well, I can't pick Mountcastle because Welsh already Mountcastled this week. But you know what? I don't care. I want to get a taste of this right here. Take a good look at it on the YouTube channel. That's what I want. That's what I need. I am falling behind because look at this leaderboard. Primetime up to 15.
Wow.
Primetime can't be stopped. Welsh, who can stop him? Who could do it? I don't know.
Prime time is rocking. Well, I'm going to go. I got my team total on Tampa Bay. I'm going to go with Randy Arozarena today for my play. I'm trying to get up there. I got 6. I am a ways away from getting up on that board. I'm going to try to get it. So I'm going Randy Arozarena for my home run call for today, my friends.
Yeah. The beginning of May is very fun when you think about it. You got May the 4th, you got Cinco de Mayo. You got a lot of fun things that are kind of like just made up, in some ways. Like they're just, just like, hey, Cinco de Mayo. Because if you go to Mexico, they don't care about Cinco de Mayo there. I'm telling you. I was about to say,
like, I think Cinco de Mayo and like
they don't.
May
it's
the
not
4th,
it's not like it is here where we make a big thing. Like it's just like, nah, it's not a thing. It's not a thing there like it is here, which is very.
Why don't you? Let's make up something. Let's make up something. I mean, we have to do it today, but we can make
a random day in May. We can make something up. That'll be fun. Yes. And you know what? Just because Mayor Bear is your direct supervisor, I mean, I don't know. So obviously, that is part of the hazard, which is why she's getting paid what she's getting paid. Is because she has to work.
Oh, so there's like an uptick.
For Mike, there is. I mean, but how long can that last? Because the way Darth Vader gets rid of generals, like he's gone soon, which means Wonky's next up. Next up, Wonk. It's gonna be you,
Kylo Ren, Kylo Wonk,
Kylo Wonky,
Kylo Pen.
There you go. But yeah, it's a good betting day today, this afternoon. So go put your bets in because it's 1:00. They're gonna again just running through you because I know there was a lot I broke down there. The over on the Ks on Canning, the over on the Ks on Eduardo Rodriguez, the under on Verlander, and then again, Seattle, Minnesota, Angels, Tigers. You don't have to do all 4, but if you do, you get 12-1 odds on that bad boy. So go check that out. That's a fun one right there. That'll do it for us. FantasyPros MLB, yes. Subscribe, you should, all of the time. This has been a good show. It has been. Now we must go. That will do it for us. Story of game goes on. For Welsh, Joey P. Goodbye for us for now.
Goodbye.